We have an update from BioWare regarding Anthem, and they did state this is what's coming next for the game, but in this article that we're about to read through, there is absolutely nothing in terms of what's actually happening with the game, and it's so disappointing because I've said ever since they announced the overhaul, do not make an Anthem 2.0. You're wasting resources, you're wasting time, because you could just simply add new content in, give players better loot, create new strongholds, make new events. I've always loved this game, and there has been thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people that have bashed it, but it's not actually that bad. There was, don't get me wrong, there was a lot of bugs at launch, they were bricking consoles where the bugs were so bad, but they got them ironed out. There are still some bugs every now and then. I haven't experienced any. I don't play much of the game, but I haven't experienced many for a long time now. And I don't get to play often because there's just nothing to do. They had the Cataclysm event, there's seasonal content, but it's the same stuff that I've already done, and they just keep it in the loop to give players an extra option or two until they've done this overhaul. But this overhaul is seeming to me as though it's months and months away still, if not is going to be released later in 2021 sort of thing. And I know it's incredibly tough working in the current situations for some people, but a lot of people are trying, and I know this overhaul isn't expected to come anytime soon, but they say we have an update for you, and there's not actually an update. It's disappointing, and the community people, the managers and stuff, need to do better. There's no excuse for it. It's just writing an article, finding out from the main developers of the game what's happening, and there's nothing. So we're going to read through this article, and I want to know your opinions and stuff in the comments. There is an image above, but it's just Christian sitting there on his sofa with his dogs. So this article reads, "Hi all, my name is Christian and I'm the studio director for the BioWare Austin office that is leading the production of what we are exploring next for Anthem. Nice to meet you. Prior to this role, I was the franchise development director for the Anthem live service, helping guide the development of our post-launch updates which focused on stabilizing and improving performance of the service. Now our first Cataclysm, Season of Skulls, Icetide, and into the most recent update with 1.7. And in addition, I've been silently stalking you over the past year on Reddit, EA forums, Twitter, etc. Taking in all the feedback you have been graciously providing and adding it to the giant cookbook of things we are experimenting with in Anthem. So they're not even actually necessarily working on something fantastic for this overhaul. They're trying to take so much feedback from all the different players in the community, they've chucked it into a cookbook, basically standing there mixing their cauldron, and I don't think they can come up with anything. I don't think they know what to do. And I can't stress it enough. I'm going to keep saying it. The overhaul was a bad idea. Just add more content to the game, make the game more enjoyable. But as I also keep saying, it wasn't that bad to begin with. And carrying on, as you can see from my photo, and like most of you, I'm all set up from home, ready to be juggling multiple things, children, pets, family. Some days are better than others, but I can tell you that regardless of where I'm working or where the team is working, we are committed to this project. With that, I wanted to start with a quick update on what is going on with Anthem since we last discussed it in February. So this is 3 months after they last discussed it, and this is all we are getting. So this is incubation, aka prototyping. The Anthem incubation team has kicked off and we are starting to validate our design hypotheses. Incubation is a term we use internally. It essentially means we are going back and experimenting/prototyping to improve on the areas where we believe we fell short, and to leverage everything that you love currently about Anthem. We are a small team, about 30-ish, earning our way forward as we set out to hit our first major milestone goals. Spoiler, this is going to be a longer process, and yes, the team is small, but the whole point of this is to take our time and go back to the drawing board, and a small team gives us the agility a larger one can't afford. We really want this experience to be different for the team and our players, but we know we have some tough challenges to tackle. We want to include you as we go and be open and honest with where we are at and what the expectations are with where we are going. The reality is you'll see things that look awesome but end up on the cutting room floor, or things that you might think suck that you feel we're spending too much time on. But in the spirit of experimentation, this is all okay. We really want to provide you with all the transparency we can because of your passion and interest in Anthem, but with that comes seeing how the sausage is made, which is not always pretty, by the way. Then it says start the conversation. We also want to start putting together some regular comms out to everyone to show and talk about these changes and our progress. This blog is one example, but we also want to include you in more of the day-to-day and hopefully get you some real interactions with the team. These updates could come in the form of an ad hoc live stream, whatever that is, I don't actually know what that is, or some cool concept art posted on social media, or the occasional feed of me curled up in a ball crying in the corner. I mean, at this point, I'm sorry, but you've lost my interest. We will get back to everyone on what our update cadence will look like soon as we start looping you into our progress. We hope this finds you well. We have a great studio here in Austin working on Anthem and other cool projects. Shout out to the SWTOR team. I am proud of the folks I spend time with, and in this physical distancing new world, to the folks I spend time on Zoom with. I'm not here to overhype anything, but we do believe the changes we are making are the right ones, and we hope you think so as well, but you might not, and that is cool too. It is the constructive criticism and feedback we need in either direction. I hope everyone is staying safe and focusing on the things that matter most to you. As game developers, we are all very lucky for the job we get to do, but there is some real stuff going on out there, and some real heroes looking out for our safety and well-being. Take care of yourselves and each other. Stay tuned as we kick this off, and we hope to see/hear from you as we go on this journey stronger together. Christian. I'm sorry to say it, but it sounds like a pound shop fucking love story. Like, nobody really cares about all this stuff. We just want to know what's going on with the game. There's only so much people can do in terms of defending this game. Like, there's not a lot of people out there, like, not many people out there that would actually sit there and defend this game because they think it's shit. And everyone's entitled to their own opinion. If you don't like Anthem, that's fair enough. But I, as a player, did very much enjoy Anthem. I loved the loot aspect, even though the drops weren't great. Like, Masterworks and Legendaries didn't drop maybe as much as I wanted them to. But that eventually picked up. They did make some changes. The strongholds, I absolutely loved Tyrant Mine. The Temple of the Scar, or whatever that one's called, that one was okay. It was the one where you fight I forget what his name is, the big boss dude. But that one was annoying because he was just, like, a lot of the time it was very unbalanced. Like, he was super strong, and you have the different phases where you attack him outside, then it leads to in this, like, poison area, then back outside, and he changes elements. This is a very, very cool stronghold. But it just needed balancing changes, and I believe it's sitting comfortably where it is now. It's in a good balance. It just depends on the people you get when you matchmake as well, and depends on what your team can do. But the game is good as it stands. It didn't need them to start this overhaul, and to be completely honest, after reading this little Christian love story, it seems as though they don't actually have a direction on where they're going. There was one point where Christian mentioned, what was it? It was this bit here. The reality is you'll see things that look awesome but end up on the cutting room floor, or things that you think might suck that you feel we're spending too much time on, but in the spirit of experimentation this is all okay. That's like trying to say we've made a very, very shit game, but we're experimenting with everything. We want you to accept it how it is. That's not going to happen, Christian. There's no way. And then it says we really want to provide you with all the transparency we can because of your passion and interest in Anthem. I hate to break it to you, but the reviews are very low on this game. But with that comes seeing how the sausage is made, which is not always pretty, by the way. So that's again saying, like, we want you to see what we've made, but you're probably not going to like it. Like, what is the point of writing this article? It doesn't explain anything that's actually going on with the game. You're just saying that development's carrying on, we're prototyping everything, we're making changes which we think's good, but we haven't put it across to the community to see your feedback, and we're probably just gonna wait until it's fully developed, show you a dev build on a, like, community stream or whatever, and just take it from there. Like, you need to keep the community involved during the development process so that we can say whether we think it's good, whether we think it's bad, does this need changing? I know it's hard, but you need to have the community involved from the get-go, because there's a big, big chance from this article alone that a lot of the stuff they've created is bad, and now they're wanting constructive criticism in the hopes that they can make it better. So why not just get us involved from the get-go? Why do all these AAA development teams just seem to hold off with their transparency? They wait until it's pretty much too late to get us involved. From this article, I'm not particularly looking forward to hearing what they have to say. And I hate to say it, but I don't think Anthem's going anywhere. I really, really wanted it to. I still do. But in its current state, there's no new content because they're so focused on this overhaul. We've just got what the game's had for months and months already. And we're not going to get any new content until this stupid overhaul's in place. So if they mess it up, there's more delays. That's more time we have to wait for anything to come into this game. And I was kind of hoping this stuff would be out before September, because as soon as September hits, you've got Cyberpunk, Avengers, Outriders, there's loads of amazing games coming out in September. People will not care less about Anthem. September, literally, if your game's not doing good by September, then you might as well just call it off. You might as well just basically close down and close all the servers, forget about it. Your game won't go anywhere. As long as they don't mess up with Cyberpunk, which I highly, highly doubt CD Projekt Red will, then it's a big, big competition for every other game out there. But on that note, I'm going to leave the video there. Let me know all of your discussions, your thoughts, opinions, topics, everything like that. Let me know all of that juicy stuff in the comments. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching.